Hi everyone. Thanks for watching this program. My name is Noriaki Nakata. I'm the organizer of CryptoArt Week Asia in Tokyo, and here we have also Marimosphere, also the organizer of CAWA in Tokyo. I will be moderating this program for you, and today we have a special guest, two special guests in the crypto games industry from Asia. First, Judai Kubo from Double Jump Tokyo, and also Jiho from Axie Infinity. Thanks for coming. Okay, so first of all, Judai has a new project of their Brave Frontier Heroes, and he'll be talking about the pixel art project later on. And uh, Jiho will be introducing about the Axie Infinity project. But first, I would like to ask briefly to introduce you all first, and let's ask Jiho about him and what you've been doing and what you're doing in your project work. So Jiho, please. Thank you.
If you need to the screen that share the screen, you can do it.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, yeah, I'm Jiho. I'm one of the co-founders of Axie Infinity. I'm the growth lead at Sky Mavis. We're the inventors of Axie. Axie is an NFT game. It's about these cute and adorable, but pretty kind of fierce pets called Axies. You can battle and collect them. But I think most interestingly, you can actually use them to earn tokens with real value. So this is a new type of game. It's a play to earn game, and it's kind of making a huge impact. And uh, there are many stories from Southeast Asia of people who are being lifted out of poverty and using this as a new type of work. So yeah, I'm on the growth side of things. So I do like community empowerment, messaging. I also do some token design and economic design. Yeah, and me personally, I've always been a collector. I grew up collecting insects and fossils with my father.
Mhm.
I've also always been a gamer. That's how I got introduced to the internet. Was playing StarCraft on BattleNet, playing Diablo on BattleNet. Those are the things that we could do using the internet in the beginning that were fun and relatable to children. So
Great. We've been hearing a lot from about Axie Infinity. You guys are being like skyrocketing the wallet users and the sales. So I would like to hear later on about what's going on. Thank you very much for your introduction. And also, Judai, please.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. It's very lovely to be here. I'm based in Tokyo, Japan right now, but used to live in Vancouver, BC, Canada for over 10 years. That's where I had joined my first mobile game company called Roadhouse. And since then, I've been back in Japan working at a company called Gumi, and right now DJT Double Jump Tokyo as well. Double Jump Tokyo focuses on specializing on the development on blockchain games and also, everything around blockchain technology and crypto assets. And we've released games such as Brave Frontier Heroes and My Crypto Heroes, and also making My Crypto Sagas. And we've seen a lot of user growth there and a lot of improvement over the last 3 years since our establishment in 2018. So yeah, it's been really fun joining these guys and working with these guys. I do BD and marketing for Double Jump Tokyo. And also on the Gumi side, which is more of a mobile development company, because we're a group company, we're able to collaborate and help bring the major IPs with Double Jump and continue to work on this field, and hopefully we can pump up cool content moving forward.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. So first of all, like I would like to talk about like what you two brands have in common, and I was thinking about it for a while, and actually you guys do have a lot. And let's say for first, um, you two have been like starting your crypto business early in the stage from 2018. If correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so you got a lot of experience of the ups and downs, and of course this hype of starting from the 2021, and also like Axie Infinity, you're experiencing number one in the crypto games right now, and also Double Jump Tokyo as well. And another one would be you guys are really focusing on the strong community, like building up the community, which is really great for the users. And also not but at least I think you guys are like really focusing on the creative side of the artwork, designing of like the characters, and this is what we want to talk about in the very beginning, like how the concept is, like what you guys how you made your characters in the very beginning. And firstly, to Judai, you guys just released a new concept, a project with Alien, right? So can you
Yes,
tell us about that first? What's going on?
absolutely. I have a slide for you guys to show in a few seconds, but the basic project behind idea behind this project is we're teaming up with Alim. And they have a team called Alim Pixel Art team. And because we're using the IP Brave Frontier, which has been in the mobile industry since 10 years ago, and going into the blockchain with Brave Frontier Heroes, and now we want to take this into the NFT world as well. So that's how we created this team, and we want to continue to bring dot art culture and pixel art content to users and people and collectors all over the world. So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what we have. We just started the auction a few days ago, and it's gonna be going on to the end of the event. So really centered around this event. So hopefully people that are watching this can join and see the value in this as well. So I'm gonna share the screen with you real quick. So this is the first page. I'm gonna make it full screen. Do you guys see it? Yep. Okay, cool. So this is Vargas, which is one of the most popular characters in Brave Frontier. Is a fire element character. And what we did is, because Alim has one of the records in the most units in one game, we wanted to make use of all those units and the quality of dot art that they create. So what's happening here is we use over 100 fire element characters and made kind of this shape of Vargas. So if I zoom in, you can see sorry, 1 second. You can see each unit really specifically within the art, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
Sorry, just having a bit of a yeah. So then we also made 6 heroes because there's 6 elements and 6 heroes. We wanted to see show all different heroes, which is water, thunder, dark, earth, and fire. So each of these units only contain that element units, and over 100 of them. So we wanted to show that within the art. So we're selling all 6 of these right now in the OpenSea marketplace. Yeah, and we want to continue. The reason why we created Alim Pixel Art team is, we think that the graphic design techniques continue to grow. So we wanted to, like I said before, focus on the high quality dot art, because I think a lot of people really enjoy dot art, and we see a lot in the marketplace as well. So we want to continue making cool content within the dot art pixel art space. And this is kind of our first product that Alim and Double Jump is partnering, but also behind that, Gumi is also kind of partnering with as well. So it's kind of like a 3-way company collaboration, and we thought it'd be kind of cool for its first project, as I really love IP of Brave Frontier.
It's interesting how like you guys are trying to pursue the pixel art. Like I remember like there was this huge discussion in the very big in early this year, because like when NFT came and people were wondering what art is, like, and
Right.
like is like media art or like modern art or like pixel art. So there was this huge discussion and debate, and both ways are like the right answer. I think it's just how you feel and how you value the art. And then it's interesting how you guys are trying to go to that pixel art, dot art,
Yeah.
and like
It's,
trying to brush up and make it much cooler.
with dot art, it's interesting because I think all of us have seen that within like the console times and like back in like Final Fantasy times, and I think there is kind of like a attachment with a lot of people with the dot art and pixel art, and it's interesting how we see the graphic quality continue to grow when it comes to console. Right now the games are super high quality, but there's still this love for dot art, I think, within the community, and I think people still kind of enjoy that dot art style as well. So we want to continue making that, providing that for people as well, and that's why we really set foot in all the gaming spaces with Brave Frontier. Like I said, from mobile to PC to console to everything. So NFT is an exciting new space for us.
Mm.
Yeah.
And also, like speaking like Web3, like it's like the very beginning. So if
Mhm.
you try to think about it, like evolving in the stage, like it's like the right, maybe the right time to
Mhm.
like, evolve the pixel art. Yeah, so I think it's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. We hope, we hope it does well.
Hmm. On the other hand, like speaking of like Axie, like like the characters are really nice and cute, and that's one of the reasons why like people like play the game. Like I remember Jeff, you were talking about it in the stream YouTube, like the reasons why people play the game is like the cuteness of the characters and why they buy it. Can you tell us a little bit about the characters that you guys designed, like how the concept is or what you guys are thinking about?
Definitely. So yeah, Axie, the concept for Axies. So I'll just also maybe share my screen.
Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right, the concept for Axies originally started by our one of our founders. His name is Masamune, and yeah, uh, Trung, who had the idea for Axie Infinity, told his childhood friend, like, okay, we need to make a blockchain game. This was in 2017 when he
Wow.
just saw CryptoKitties. He's like, we need to make a blockchain game, the game that we always wanted to play growing up, but it's going to use this new technology. That technology is going to give us a competitive advantage against other cute and cute pet battle games, right? And so he asked his childhood friend, who he really trusted and thought was a great, very kind of like who knew a lot about how to make games and was an amazing artist. He asked him to make some art, and uh, so our artist Masamune, he wanted to draw a circle,
Mhm.
but but what he drew was a little bit like more like a potato shape, and he thought it was cute and he liked it, and then he started to draw things on, and he got this concept of like Mr. Potato Head, where there are many different interchangeable parts, right? So these are axes, right? Each one has 6 different body parts, and there are so many different body parts, so many different combinations of body parts. These body parts are what affect their abilities in battle, what they can do, right? Like in the card game, for example. There's a real genetic system, so this creates like a breeding element. So yeah, I think like that's this concept of a huge number of interchangeable parts. That's one of the reasons that it's called Axie Infinity, right? They're almost infinite combinations.
Also, you guys mentioned that you guys are inspired by Pokemon, right? Like,
Yeah, we're inspired by a lot of games like Pokemon, but also Tamagotchi. A lot of like people form really emotional bonds with their pets in real life, but also digital pets in games. And what we also notice is that people have even more emotion and even more attachment with NFTs because they actually own them, right? In many cases, they actually created them themselves, right, through breeding. And there's a saying in the Axie community that everyone always remembers an Axie that they bred. Even if they sold it to somebody else, a lot of the times they can recognize that their own Axie. So yeah, I think like digital pets make a lot of sense for a blockchain game, because in order for you to have a sustainable in-game economy, people have to, they have to love the NFTs, and there has to be some reason not, for everyone not to just like want to sell, right? In order for the game economy to be sustainable, not everyone can be just in it for the money, right? There has to be some emotion and love involved in the economy.
Hmm. So breeding and sharing the value of the game like is really important aspect of the of Axie Infinity, and that's the reason why a huge success in the a couple of months I've seen, like I said before, skyrocketing. Like, and actually, congratulations to your sales and your increase. Like, you just like uh some weekly base and monthly base. You guys are actually number one. I see your marketplace getting like $100 million of sales in DAPRater.com, and that's insane. And yeah, I mean, I think you guys have been like working hard and like doing some updates, working with your community. Your Discord is like humongous right now. I know it's hard to manage, but like, yeah, congratulations on your status right now.
Thank you. I think we've been building for almost 3.5 years, and each day I think growth compounds. So our approach is always just so far to focus on Axie, to focus on one community, and keep doubling down on the network effect. So yeah, I think it looked like we just did $40 million of volume on our NFT marketplace today. This is more than the entire NFT space combined. It's 5 times more than OpenSea as well, which obviously OpenSea is a generalized NFT marketplace for the entire ecosystem.
Oh, you know what? Like I was looking at a daily base on your sales. Like you guys are doubling the business like every day. Like this is insane.
I think the world is really waking up, and right, so there are so many people who want to play Axie Infinity in so many different countries. And many organizations are coming in. Even sponsors are coming in, right? They want to start a business around Axie, or they just want to sponsor people to play Axie because they see it as a life-changing experience. We're increasingly having organizations come to us saying, we want to sponsor Axie scholars, right? So basically, there is something in Axie called scholarship, where people can lend their Axies to people who cannot afford them. Axies are quite expensive. They're almost right. They're as expensive, more expensive than real pets, and than physical pets, I should say.
Sure.
So there are people who will buy Axies and lend them out to people. Sometimes they'll share a percentage of the earnings, right? This is how it becomes business. But I'm also increasingly seeing people saying that they just want to buy Axies and give them to people because it makes them feel good. This is now becoming a form of philanthropy, right? Like there are a lot of problems with nonprofits right now in donations. I know because I've tried to make donations to different groups and organizations. I didn't know how to do it. And they have huge organizations where you're paying mainly for the salary of people to give money to other people. It just doesn't seem efficient. So I actually think that Axie will become a new form of philanthropy where you can give directly to people in developing economies. And you're not just giving them money, you're giving them something that will give them structure in their life and dignity of work. So I think that's part of why the world is waking up and why the world is so interested in this, is because it's about economic freedom. It's about helping people. It's not just about like the rest of blockchain is kind of right. It makes people feel bad these days, right? Because like we saw so many scams. It was just about money. It was just about hype. I think like the thing about blockchain games is that it's about fun. It's about community. It's about love. It's about the social aspect. It's about freedom. right? The combination of all these things creates something that's truly amazing. And once it starts to gain momentum, and you have all the parts together, yeah, something really special can happen.
How many people are in the scholarship right now? 3,000?
Yeah, I think that we estimate that there are around 400,000 scholars right now across the ecosystem.
Wow.
We just hit 600,000 daily active users. So
Uh-huh.
I would say around 75% of all users are in from these scholarship programs.
Yeah, wow. Like I really love the story when you were saying like, people get involved in Axie Infinity, and then when they start to let's say get Axie, you can get a token like SLP, and then they can start gaining the incentive. And then let's say if you're in a like a developing country, maybe you don't have a bank account, but if you start doing Axie, you can get a bank account because you now have a token and you can get incentives, right? So that's the other way around in the ecosystem. That's really a nice like system that I thought, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thank
think like
yeah.
the future is going to be people having like digital wallets, and those digital wallets can issue cards, and then it's like, right, it's actually you have like your digital wallet is your account, right? And then you also have this card, you have this ability to spend in the real economy. So then you're going to start to see, right, digital economies starting to have effect on local economies, and this is going to become like a way for. This is actually why like this is how regulation will change and become more favorable to crypto. As more people are onboarded into these digital economies, they're only going to vote for politicians that support this, right? So politicians in free countries have to listen to what the people want. So if all the people are playing blockchain games, part of these digital economies, it only has to be 5 to 10%. That can swing an election in most free countries. So once we get to 5 to 10% of people making an income in these digital economies, then they will become a political force that will vote for whatever party is in favor of these digital economies. So I think like this is going to be a really important power mechanism, and it's going to be a mechanism for crypto to basically, solve a lot of the issues that we're facing right now as an industry.
Thank you. It was really beautiful, Jeff. And I really love your vision. And love is not about money, but it's love and compassion. Yeah, this is beautiful. Thank you.
Let me show you one slide that I brought. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Yeah, so I was making a document. This is the global marketplace sales, and you are here. 26% of like the top 11 global marketplaces. 26% when you put it in a portion. And speaking of the user base, the wallet users, you guys over surpassed OpenSea in June. Congratulations. Yeah. And I was looking at the deep dive of the sales, and I want to ask you about this one thing is that the most of the sales, 70% of the sales come from the land, which you guys opened up recently. Can you tell us about the land business?
Mm, I see. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So basically, Axie Land is this concept for an Axie world where people can build up a city or a town, harvest resources, and kind of train an army, fight for control of resources, team up with their friends and guildmates. So this is right. This goes into this theme of right us continuously adding new experiences to the Axie universe. So yeah, that's something that we're working on right now. We hope to release it next year, or release an open beta. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, we sold land. It's I think like maybe the marketplace fees has now surpassed land, just maybe recently, because it's been, you know, going up so much. I
So
think
your
this is a
roadmap.
dashboard. I think this is a dashboard from Nansen, and this is only tracking our data from Ethereum mainnet. And this, I think that's important, right? Because most of our activity came when we migrated to our scaling solution. It's called Ronin, right? It's an Ethereum sidechain, and this allowed for people to breed more, onboard new players, right? Because when we were on Ethereum, the gas fees for these complex transactions, right? They're not just simple swaps, right? Oftentimes it's like combining genetic data from two NFTs, right? But breeding, it's quite a gas intensive transaction. So now that we're doing it on a side chain, it allowed for more breeding, which allowed for more onboarding. It allowed for people to buy more easily without having to pay a gas fee, right? Imagine if you went to the store or you went to the pet store and you wanted to buy a dog for $100, but the tax was $50, right? You would be like, what? Like, I don't want to do this, right? That's kind of like what was happening. So yeah, the Ronin was a huge change, upgrade for us. And that's the reason that, you know, a lot of our growth happened in the last 3 months is actually we had to work on this technology. So I think like, right, like this is a theme, maybe like Double Jump has also experienced this where, right, like the technology for building blockchain games, it doesn't exist. So the first game, you know, for the first studios that are building in this space, we actually have to build it all ourselves. But that also creates an opportunity where, right, we can become leaders and also, you know, use our technology to help other studios later on.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's exactly where we started MCH Plus, which is exactly what Jiho just mentioned in terms of we want to share our expertise and experiences within the blockchain world and, you know, help engineers and developers across the world with, you know, what we're experiencing within our game as well. Yeah, so I just wanted to add that as well.
Yeah, MCH Plus is like also doing the same exact thing, like, you know, trying to make the ecosystem for the creators and the users. Yeah, so yeah, that's something also in common. That's mhm. Judai, did you want to ask anything about like to Jiho?
No, I thought Jiho brought up some really amazing points in terms of, you know, we've seen a lot of people just come into this industry to make money and really you know, go after the cash. But, you know, with Double Jump Tokyo, it's really about, you know, how we can involve the community with really cool content. And that's why we focus on original content IP, like I think Axie does as well too. And yeah, we, you know, with the MCH and Brave Frontier side, we have, you know, good lot of users and pretty good user base all over the world. But we want to continue bringing IP that users would enjoy, right? And not just what's going to make money, and, you know, what people would want to see and see value in the future as well.
So as like you mentioned right now, so I would like to move on to what you guys are looking in the future, near future. So Jiho, can you tell us about like what's happening uh maybe in Q3 or Q4? I read your roadmap about like like we mentioned before, the land and staking. What's happening in the near
Mhm.
future?
Yeah, so I think our community is really excited for some of our upcoming launches,
Mhm.
which is Access staking, right? So we have a governance token called Access. This is actually how a lot of people find out about Axie. We have a governance token called Access where we will have a staking dashboard out, a very basic kind of MVP version. We will also be releasing a DEX, which is in a decentralized exchange. We'll be launching that on Ronin. So a decentralized exchange allows you to swap different ERC20 tokens, right? So we already have our own NFT marketplace for Axies, land, and items. But in our ecosystem, there are many in-game resources that people can earn by playing the game, like SLP, the love potions, as well as Axis. And a lot of times, right, so people earn these and they may want to swap them, or they may want to buy them, right, but they cannot buy them on Ronin yet. So this causes a lot of friction where people have to transfer funds to and from Ethereum many times. So what we will do is build a decentralized exchange so that people can do that directly from their Ronin wallets on Ronin without having to pay gas fees to leave the ecosystem and bring the funds back in. So yeah, we will be launching that DEX in August. I think that's also going to be like a watershed moment, because people are going to see, oh, like if you have users, if you have a community, then you can expand into these other verticals, and actually you're going to be doing better than a lot of these DeFi protocols. Like there's so many DeFi protocols, like actually like there's so many of them, right? Like none of them have users because yeah, there's no way for them to differentiate. Actually, like you can see that they're becoming quite commoditized, right? Because anybody can copy code on Ethereum. So like code is actually not it's not a defensible moat in Web3 because anything can be copied. So the only thing that's actually a defensible moat is, right, like having a long-term community. Yeah, you even see this with Ethereum versus other layer one blockchains, right? Even if these other layer ones have like amazing developers, like maybe art, better technology, they cannot compete with Ethereum because of the community, the developer community, right? So developer community and user community, these are the things that create a moat that means that a project can stick around. And also it allows you to be flexible, right? So I think, yeah, people are really excited about the DEX. I think we're going to show that we can also become, right, like a top powerhouse in DeFi by leveraging our position in gaming. Yeah, and then we also have later this year we have a upgraded battle system that's coming out. People are really excited about that. And then we also, yeah, that's kind of like the immediate roadmap. Also, you know, we need to scale our servers and our infrastructure. Right, like we have an unprecedented number of people trying to play an NFT game, and yeah, it causes a lot of interesting new problems for us scaling server infrastructure. Right, so we've gotten to the point where it's actually scaling our Unity application and our like and our AxieInfinity.com site, like in our marketplace, right? It's not about even scaling the blockchain aspect, it's also just about scaling the servers. So yeah, that's also a major priority for us as well.
Nice. Sorry. I'd like to talk about beloved IP next subject, and the behind the success and the IP, the characters are beloved. So maybe ask to Judai about it.
Actually, yeah, can we? I like to share a little bit of our roadmap as well. Okay, so yeah, I think in the mobile side and game side, we're starting to see a lot more major IPs come into the kind of atmosphere, and I think slowly within the blockchain side too, we're gonna see more and more not only crypto users but more of a early adapter phase coming in as well. So I think when that phase really hits, I think more major IPs are going to be coming out with content and games and collaborations. And so with our focus with NFT right now, we've had partnerships with Sega, done, you know, Million Art IPs. We've done Tezuka with Atom characters coming out in the game. And we've done stuff with Hatsune Miku, and we're going to continue to pump out some work and partner with some major IPs. So at the moment, we want to continue working with, you know, whether it's anime, music, sports, all these genres, I think can integrate with NFT and blockchain. So we want to continue to do that. And with the gaming side and the blockchain gaming side, I think, you know, these content are transferable as well. So we want to kind of combine that and lead everything to the MCH game blockchain game side as well. But right now we're really focused on supporting the NFT business and seeing we have a lot of inquiries from major companies in Japan. So we want to help them kind of go out to the world and help them provide cool content, just not from Japan to the outside world as well, and vice versa.
Mm.
Yeah, what's been said in Japan is like from August, major IPs are gonna be participating in the NFT business. Everybody's like wondering what's how they should do it, and maybe probably
Right.
asking you guys right now.
Yeah, because we've been in the industry we were one of the early ones. Yeah, we've been since this NFT boom for like a year and a half, a year ago. We've just been getting too many inquiries. We're like, okay, we need to be a little picky with what we want to do and where we want to focus. But it's been great, and we're excited for the roadmap ahead to continue improving the game, but also bring out new content as well.
Tezuka is very big IP in Japan. It's a Tetsuwan Atom and
Yeah.
it's a Phoenix Hinotori.
Yeah.
And we were surprised you have I think you released news at blockchain conference years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was big news. And
Yeah. We're gonna continue to work with Sega and work because they have some major IPs that a lot of Japanese people and global people love. We're gonna continue working with these guys, not just in the NFT marketplace, but just blockchain technology itself. But yeah, we've done some live art painting with Godtail and the first Vocaloid NFT with Hatsune Miku. So. And this is the Brave Frontier one is more of like a first like kind of the art that's combined and mashed together. So yeah, we like to be the first ones, and we want to continue to bring original stuff that no one has done. One of a kind.
It's nice that this crypto world is like all about challenge, experimenting. You never know what's gonna be the success, and like the last thing you want to do is like just wait until like things happen and then like just follow the leaders.
Yeah, I
So
agree. It's constantly changing, so it's all about how well you adapt to it and adjust to the ecosystem and the user mind changing, right? So yeah, it's really interesting.
mm. Yeah, it's interesting how like also Double Jump Tokyo is like doing a lot of things like organizing events, related to the blockchains, and like doing some IP works and doing some games, all sorts of things like 360 I would think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Western side is way more ahead when it comes to this industry, and I think there's a lot of catching up that Japan has to do. But I think within Japan, we like to call ourselves the leaders in the industry. I think there's a lot more companies that are coming out, but yeah, we wanna continue to be the leaders here and provide people within Japan to the outside, but also outside people to come into Japan market as well. And I think there's going to be more and more Japanese marketplaces in the next few months as well. So
There's already, I mean,
yeah, it's
not only
starting
in Japan
already.
but also like in worldwide. Like I bet all sorts of like marketplaces.
Mhm.
I think like my perspective, like everyone is gonna start having like marketplaces, and like maybe if they can, they will start making tokens, and then they will start making their own community, and like that's what's gonna happen like in the near future or maybe in the future. Yeah. So like, yeah, that you guys are like you both are like leading what we should do in the future. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Mm,
And
that's
I
right.
think this time, this new project, Alim Pixel Art project, and I think it's very interesting is that the character itself is already beloved and a lot of fans around the world.
Mhm.
I found one organizer in this CAWA said, "Oh wow, Brave Frontier! I've been playing on the mobile phones. Wow!" And then each character itself, but this time pixel art and all the dot is on all the characters, so it's kind of fractal look. Because character hero made by heroes. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting concept.
Yeah, like I said before, we have so many with the community is from mobile to blockchain to NFT. Now it's starting to really grow, and it's a title that's been out for over 10 years. So I think we want to continue to engage people that are in the community with new stuff and exciting projects. Yeah, we do have also a mobile game coming out on the Japan side that Alim is publishing. But with DJT, we want to continue to, make use of, work with the Alim Pixel Art team and continue to pump out cool NFT content with the high quality dot art, because we think there is people that like dot art and pixel art. So
Yeah,
within the sphere, right? Yeah. So
pretty much in crypto world, especially.
yeah, right. So
Yeah, and it's, how do you come up with this idea of the characters made by characters?
right. So because most of it's all from the Brave Frontier 1 series, which is like I said, we have tons of units and one of the highest records in units in a game. So we were thinking, okay, well, how can we make use of all these units? We don't want to just be sitting in the game, and we wanted to kind of show that in one NFT art. And first, we had a bunch of different ideas with how we could create a cool NFT content, but we wanted to really show the mass and the quantity of dot pixel art that we have, which is pretty high quality as well too, in the dot art pixel art space as well. So yeah, we composed 6 heroes. We wanted to focus on the 6 heroes. They're all different elements. Okay, so we can show different colors. We can use all, that included right there is already like over 600 characters because it's all different elements, right? So yeah, then we kind of just put it together and just formed this art.
Wow. It's like the techniques like ASCII art is like putting like right dots in right position.
Yeah, so it's not even making the first Vargas picture. It's just the artist started with just each dot art, and
I think it's based on color, right? It's based on color.
Yeah. But based on they're all different elements, characters.
Okay.
Yeah, like fire and earth. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. The same elements. That's great. All right. And yeah, I heard other great ideas as well.
Yeah, we were bouncing some ideas with you, seeing yeah, what people would want to see, but this is where we kind of landed. And yeah, the auction is going to be going to the very end of the CAWA event. So
yeah. What time is it? It's the 17th. What time?
It's it's Japan time around like 11-12 p.m. So I think that would be, in over there in the West, it'd be the 17th, right? So
right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So 11 or 12 in Japan.
11 p.m. Yeah.
11 p.m. So 10 p.m. in Singapore time. Please check it out. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we want to talk about the beloved IPs. Jeff, you have any the opinion about the beloved IP?
I think that the most powerful IPs in the world are about a sense of community. And so, yeah, I think that with us for Axie, we're trying to become the first crypto native IP that reaches millions of people. I think it's going to be an amazing way to spread technology and new technology to the world. Just like Line and Kakao have an amazing, right, like IP that makes their brand relatable and cute, and to introduce, right, like technology to the different generations in Korea, in Japan, right? Every grandparent has messaging app to talk to their family, but right, it's like but like none of them have actually set this up on their phone for themselves, right? It's always the children, their children. It's their filial duty to onboard them. I think like with blockchain, we need to have a similar mentality. We cannot wait for UX to get so much easier. Like we cannot just wait until everything is perfect. Even when things are perfect as easy as downloading chat application, many people still do not know how to do it, right? So we are the people who understand how to do it. We need to personally do it for others. And so I think like that's one of the reasons that Axie has been able to grow, is because for, really one of the first times, if not the first time at scale, people, our crypto native users, are personally onboarding by hand their friends and family to play the game, because they think it's something so amazing that once somebody plays it, they're gonna understand it. They're gonna be able to bond. They're gonna have an aha moment where like, oh, this is why you're so passionate about this new technology, right? Everyone wants to be understood by their loved ones and to share their passion. So we need to give them some product that makes them proud and excited to do that. And so I think that's going to be the path to adoption. I've seen it with my own eyes. And yeah, there's a documentary too that came out about Axie in the Philippines, right? There's so many different types of people are playing and using. And I think what really that needs to be our goal is to expand blockchain beyond right, just the same core audiences. And I think like we now see that, yeah, it's about providing benefits. It's about having something that's relatable and exciting to share.
Yeah, thank you. I think the beloved IPs, of course, are important. The background stories and bonding with characters. Yeah. What do you think? What is in Judai?
Sorry.
Sorry. Because of beloved characters and bonding the character with the people feel love and the bonding feeling with characters, and then it has a story like stories or interactive kind of game is interactive. So, raise characters. So what do you think? The aspects of important aspects of beloved IP.
Yeah, definitely. We want to we like actually what Jiho said, the community is there to support the IP, and we want to continue keeping them happy. But I also think it's important for them to keep them engaged with new content and things that can go outside of the community as well. So I think the cool thing with blockchain is, I think back in the day with console and mobile, you were kind of restricted with the territories you want to release the game or where you want to have your game out. But with blockchain, there's no borders. So we really want to take advantage of that and have, people from anywhere in the world come into the community and be involved with the IP and become a fan of the IP. And yeah, I think that's really important.
Yeah, thank you. Well, it's time
Great.
flies and it's like almost an hour. So I'd like to wrap up and about this session. And I've heard a lot about like the updates and what's happening in YouTube's brand. Very interesting. And then the final question would be, um, it's hard to tell um, about the future in the because the crypto business is so fast. You can't even tell what's gonna happen in like maybe next week. But like, please tell us like, starting from Judai, what's in your mind of like what you think is gonna be very important for us to work in the crypto business.
Yeah, like Nori, like you said, the industry is changing by the hour, by the day. So I think it's really important to adapt and see where the economy is going and kind of ease into that. But we believe that it's really important to continue to bring premium content out. So like I said before, our focus is on NFT right now, and because we do want to, we are making updates within the game and bringing new features within the game as well. But right now we are really focused on working with these IP holders to bring new NFT to kind of engage people outside of not only the crypto world, but people, IP fans, game fans, to kind of come into this industry more. And we're really strategizing and seeing how we can expand this user base not only within the crypto world but within the gaming world as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting for you guys to keep an eye on us, because we're gonna have some cool content come out within the next few months. And it's gonna be pretty exciting.
Yeah, like actually every week we see personally from you guys, and like, I mean, being inside, maybe I think it's gonna be really intense, but
Yeah,
I'm very looking forward to all the updates that you guys have.
yeah, and starting with like even last year, it was just like 10 or 15 guys, and now we've easily doubled. So, and we're probably gonna triple anytime soon. So, lots of projects happening right now. So, exciting times.
Good luck and take care of your health.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Jiho, please tell us like what's in your mind.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
hard.
know, I think yeah, the coming years are going to be an amazing time for this entire industry, for each and every one of us, for this community. Yeah, I just hope that, you know, everyone kind of, right, it's if like there's something to be said about like building during bear markets. It's much easier to attract kind of missionaries and people who aren't just about like, I don't know, money and things like that, right? So I think like I hope that we can just, you know, make it so that people still like understand that this is about freedom. It's about, right, like making connections. It's about forming connections with people anywhere in the world, with like, you know, who kind of share similar ideas and ideals. It's not just only about like, okay, like making money too, and being greedy. Because I think as the NFT space grows, we see more and more like greed come in. It's okay. Like that's also an emotion that helps progress and accelerates progress. But we also have to remain balanced and calm. Yeah, so I think that's really going to be important. I think like, yeah, there are going to be a lot of people who try and bring down the NFT space and bring down NFT gaming. They're going to think that there's something wrong with it, because it's something like whenever there's a fundamental change that people don't understand and that is something new, especially if it involves money in any way, right? People are not going to like it. Like most people, they're going to think that it's weird and they're going to try to destroy it. So that's why actually it's really important that we have the voters and the users at scale, at a scale so large that it can affect national policies. So yeah, I think that's kind of what's been on my mind a lot recently. Actually, like Facebook banned people from streaming Axie Infinity. They told, well, actually the largest, you know, Facebook streamer in the Philippines, she was gonna stream Axie, and then they reached out to her, say, "Oh, you cannot do this. Like blah blah blah. This is a real money game, right?" So there are gonna be many different organizations that try to bring us down, right? Like, so I think like, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fight, but I think like at the end, like the users, the people, and this is what this movement is also about, is like the users have power, right? Users have the power to shift the policies of platforms, internet platforms, and also you know, the policies of the nations that they live in. So yeah, I think like as long as we focus on the users, the platforms and the nation state, they have to bend to the will of the people.
Wow, that's a beautiful statement. Yeah, thank you for sharing us.
I know you guys are in the
Great.
next stage. Good luck to your success, and you guys, as long as you guys have the vision of like focusing on the people, the community, I know there's going to be a huge success. Good luck to it. Thank you both for having a session with us. It's a great time. I hope you guys wish you the best, and hope to see you guys in person again.
Yeah,
Likewise.
Very much.
very much. Thank you.
I look forward to visiting to Japan. I'm gonna have so much fun there.
Yes, please. Yes, please contact us. We can take you around.
And let's do a workshop about Axie Infinity in Japan too.
I would love to.
Yeah. Many
you very
users
much.
would be pleased.
Okay, that's about it.
Thank you so much for
everyone.
setting this up, guys.
Yeah, Judai, good luck to your auction. I'll be there.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We appreciate having you guys. And yeah, Thank you for the opportunity to speak today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers. See you again.
Take care.
Take care.
Hi everyone.